Good morning. It is 6:22 and I'm packed up and walking away from my tent site. You know, it's a weird feeling when you you just find a spot in the middle of nowhere, make it your home for a night. The morning you pack up and move on, probably never see that spot again. Strangely enough, it's one of my favorite things about thru hiking. Just this nomadic, that spot worked amazing last night, but time to move on. The sunrise is right in my face. It's looking pretty. It's a little cool and breezy this morning. I debated about putting a jacket on, but be bold, start cold. I know I talk about water a lot, but out here, water is life. Water dictates everything else I do. So the water situation is fairly decent today. Probably sometime a little before 9:30 this morning, I'll get to a spring. I don't know how far off trail it is, but there are comments that it's quite a trek down a steep descent, so then back up. And then there is another spring later in the day. So today water shouldn't be a huge issue, but it's always on my mind, and it's always what I'm planning everything around. It's about 9 a.m. and it's been a pretty monotonous morning. There's really no signs of life very much. Don't hear like birds singing or any of that. I hear a slight squeak of my pack. I saw 2 birds fly a little bit ago. So 1 beetle and 1 fly buzzed around my head. I've been hiking for over 2.5 hours, and that's the extent. It's pretty much just walking on this dirt road with the scenery very slightly changing. It is 9:48 and I'm at this side trail to go to water. I think the water is about a mile down, and I'm gonna take a break down there. So I did 9.9 miles in 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's pretty decent. I have a feeling, I bet this will be over an hour before we get back up here and start again. Let's remember 9:50 and we'll see. Okay, came over the top and now I can see it's definitely gonna be a trek. It's way down in there somewhere. I mean, we got a long way to go. It's pretty, at least. It's different views than just walking on a dirt road. Ooh, this is cool. So this is the first tank, and it would be doable, but it doesn't look great. I think I see water flowing into the second tank. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I'll get it right out of there, the clean flowing in. I didn't notice when I said this before, there's barbed wire going across and fenced, the whole clean water spout is fenced off. So I had to stand up on the edge right here and then straddle and climb over the barbed wire. Maybe I need to get more water before I leave. Maybe I'll set up the tripod and show you. It is like 10:46, almost exactly 1 hour. Right back here, just came through the gate, back on the red line. I'm carrying 3 liters. there's supposed to be water in 12 miles. That's fairly reliable, but there's a couple things about the comments that has me doubting. So I carried an extra one. I would normally only carry like 2 liters for that distance at this time of day. Well, that broke up the monotony of the morning. All of a sudden I turned a corner. I was like, humans. 2 trail maintainers were coming at me. They both had packs. I wouldn't know if I'd take any snacks. Of course, I'm not turning down food. And they just kept trying to make me take more stuff. I was sticking stuff in pouches, and I ate the peanut M&Ms while I talked to them. And then I got like some beef jerky, a honey stinger, and a pack of Sour Patch Kids. I'm looking forward to lunch today anyway. I was already looking forward to the break. Now I'm gonna eat a bunch of food. I need to hike about another 45 minutes though before I stop. Just got a few random things to share. So the trail maintainers did confirm there is water at this next spring, but they said it's not good water. It says pretty green. But I have to get water there, so let's just hope it's not that bad. They also said that they saw Mr. Sunshine and Bubbles yesterday, and they saw a lady from Maine not far ahead of me, so I should be catching Jan today. I asked them about those other 4 people, like the guy Salt Lick and his crew. They said they've never seen them, so I don't know what happened to them. It wouldn't be likely that I'd pass 4 people without knowing it, because even if they were just off the side of the trail tenting, it's one thing to walk by and miss one tent, like my tent's like a spruce color, but they got 4 tents. One of them was like red and white, so I don't know what happened to them. Another thing, just a little point of clarification. I know a lot of this film just looks like it's flat. It is flat. I've done some ups and downs, but I'm still up on this mesa. I'm around 8,000 feet. Later today, sometime after lunch, we will descend a couple thousand feet down to 6,000. Wow. I walked off trail. This look like a view over here. Look at this. Holy cow. I bet I can see 100 miles. That's incredible. It's kind of dusty and hazy out there. Since that view that I'd gone off the trail to see, the trail kind of curved. It looks like we're following like the edge of this mesa. Occasionally through the trees over here, I can see that it's just like a flat drop. So I'm getting real close to lunchtime, but I'm gonna keep going a few more minutes and see if I can't find maybe a spot in the shade where there's a view. That'd be nice, but it's not looking promising. It is 1 o'clock, 2 minutes after actually, and I'm all spread out here on my Tyvek. I'm only about 20 yards from the edge of this mesa cliff, but there's a row of trees I can't see. However, there's shade here, and shade takes precedence over a view for my lunch break. I've done 15.7, and I need to do 10.1 more to make it to 600 miles for the day, or for the trip, 600 total. I'm gonna do at least that. So I am right now though going to give myself 1 hour. I'm gonna take an hour break. I'm gonna eat a bunch of snacks since those trail maintainers gave me some extras, and then I'm just gonna rest for a while, and then we'll get to go in a little bit. I've not laid down yet, and it's almost 2 o'clock. I don't even have my shoes on. I cell service here, and when I turned it on, I had text from both Sprout and Hops from Trail Days. They both sent me the same picture of Tara Dower and Sprout together. I texted both of them a little bit. I also had a text from Come Along about Trail Days. So that's the thing, like all my connections, all my people, my heart is in Damascus right now. I also texted Pac-Man to see what was going on. He'll be back on trail tomorrow. He says he's got new shoes and he's going to be running, trying to catch up. But he's got it to do because I'll be 80-something miles ahead of him. I told him I may take some extra time at Ghost Ranch and give him some time to catch up. So I don't know. We'll check in a couple days and see where he's at. Maybe I'll kill a couple days somewhere. Just it'd be nice if we go into the San Juans together, especially in case we have any sketchy snow stuff or anything. So I don't know. We'll just play that by ear. But I've also went through I had a bunch of comments. Thank you all very much for that. It's always nice to read the comments. It always motivates me. I know there was a bunch of comments from one of the days I was struggling, and it's just good to read those. So thank you all for continuing to watch. Thank you for the comments. And a couple people put some super thanks on there. And Bethany, thank you very much. That was a hugely unexpected super, like $100 super thanks on YouTube. So thank you, Bethany. You guys rejuvenated my spirit. It's time to get these shoes on and start walking. I'll get a mile down the trail and I'm like, oh, here we go again. I still haven't seen, as long as I've been sitting here, still haven't seen another hiker. Wow, we're just walking straight to the edge and headed down, it looks like. Wowza. Now, this is like very steep and loose going down. This isn't going to be fun. I don't know if this camera will do the perspective right, but I was all the way on the top of the highest thing you can see about an hour ago. And there have been lots of downs and little ups and downs to make my way down here. I'm not all the way down into the floor yet, but I've done a good bit of my descent. This is a totally different landscape than we've seen. All the big mesas over there. We just came off the one. There's a couple water options right here. And then there may be a trough up there, but I think this is the one that I want. That's by far the worst one I've drank out of on this trail. I'm gonna look around for a minute, but I think this is it. I got in there and opened up the lid to that spring, and the water's got a lot of floaties, and I don't know that it's really any better than out of the trough. I didn't end up needing to pre-filter that. It was pretty decent. It filters clear by itself. So I got my water. It tastes a little earthy, but it's fine. I was planning to take a break, take my shoes off, and rest my feet when I got water. But this whole area is just like out open in the sun and the wind. So I need to look. I think I was going to do another 3.5 or 4 miles today at least. But I do need to stop and rest my feet at some point. So I'm going to keep walking and just see how things unfold here. It's a few minutes till 5 o'clock. You got to be pooping me. I took a different trail to the water right over here. So I was walking back up this way. I see this little setup. I've already checked. This is full of cold sodas. So break time is right here. I cannot believe this is the second trail magic today. That's crazy on the CDT. I got the treats from the trail maintainers earlier. Okay, and then the orange jug right here is full of sodas. In the red jug, it was full of, it is full of like chips. There's some Armour brand Vienna sausages. Remind me of my grandpa. He always liked those. I didn't need any of those. There were some electrolytes. There was fruit cups. There's all kinds of stuff in there. I got a bag of barbecue chips. Took a pack of electrolytes. I'm starting to get a little low. And then I had a soda. And it was like, off-brand soda with different names. And I thought I was getting a cola. It was not a cola. It was like cream soda. So that was not what I was expecting, but a good rush of sugar and a nice break. So I need to figure out which one of these paths I need to be on and get walking. I think we're going down in this wash and then gonna make our way up the other side. This video is gonna be so long today. These views are incredible. It's just like all of a sudden we're on a different trail. Wowza! Climb up right there. This is where I start to question my decision making, but I'm committed, so I'm sticking with it. It's gonna be dark in 2 hours. I'm 0.5 miles from the 600 mile marker, so I'm getting to 600 today. The problem is, I think after that, it is going to be wide open, potentially no camping. So I may find myself in a pickle here in a little bit. Hot diggity. Hot diggity. What is this, day 25? We're at 600 miles on the red line. Now, since the alternates and whatnot, I haven't hiked 600, but I've hiked over 5. That's averaging 20 a day, including 3 zeros and all. So my hiking days have been doing good, but man, now we're out in the open. It absolutely blows my mind how vast this is. It almost makes you feel like you're just walking on a treadmill. You're just plugging along and not getting anywhere. As I was walking from that direction on the horizon, I kept seeing this tree. And I kept thinking, maybe there's a spot to camp. Then I crested the hill and I saw Jan from Maine standing here. I yelled at her, "You're in my spot." So she's the first hiker I've seen in 2 days. And it's pretty windy, so I'm gonna try to cowboy camp as much as I don't like it. It seems like the wind's dying down now, so I may end up putting up my tent, we'll see. But anyway, all in all, it's been a really good day. Got 26.3, hit the 600 miles on the red line. And I haven't looked yet, but I think we only got 8 miles to this oasis in the desert tomorrow. All right, I'm sitting here eating some soy ramen. The wind is strong enough that it blew my stove out. That's never happened before. The water wasn't hot enough. It's not hot ramen. It's not all the way hydrated. I usually really like this. It's not that good. But I have this amazing view behind me over here. So I'm just gonna sit here and look at that, eat my food, and then I'm gonna try this cowboy camping thing, even though I know I'm not gonna sleep very well. But have a good night. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.